well. And can it be assumed that the commanding officer that I know has deteriorated to a point in which they are no longer breathing?
Would that be... Who is that guy? What was that guy's name again? Are they referring to Archibald or the other fellow?
No,
The other one.
Doctor.
Yeah.
The commander.
No, they're referring to. Hold on a second.
I had the name here. Hold on.
Gerald? No.
Yes.
And the other one's
Gerald
Yeah, no, his first name was Gerald for sure.
DiMaggio.
DiMaggio,
Hey,
that's right.
yeah, Gerald.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's right.
Yes. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So he says, yes, we unfortunately were able to confirm that Commander DiMaggio has passed, and we are awaiting his replacement. Part of the reason we need to escape, well, part of the
Damn it!
Maybe not the wording we want to use.
This is Oscar.
leave.
This is Oscar.
Yes,
Let's be real.
100%.
He
Yeah.
says, part of the reason we need to return to our superiors is to report this. Our communications cannot penetrate out from the facility.
I can assist with that.
Things have changed substantially. These reports must be made in person.
This is curious behavior.
Are
there not artificial intelligence
telling
that handle
me
these communications? Could I not interface with one of them?
this must be held in strictest confidence. I must report directly to our superiors in this matter. You understand the gravity of a commanding officer of this stature needing to be replaced, I am sure.
I agree. There have not been suitable subjects on this planet for many years, but I do sense still, although I have not communicated with them for some time, Abigail. She is still present within short communication distance from here.
Okay. Nothing to say to the crew, just I have a lot to think about now. I still think getting out is the best thing, but this may change things later.
Well, out of character, or in, who is Abigail to Fortune? Is that a thing that we would know or not?
I mean, do you remember the rumors of the other planets in the system?
Being controlled by an AI that makes it impossible to land on the planet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It
Abigail
had never been referred to by name. That's why I was curious if Fortune actually
Correct,
knew
and
that.
never actually had it been referred to by an AI in serious sense.
Yeah, but her mentioning AI in close proximity, that made me think, I know a planet that humans can't leave from. So
if
kind
there
of
are
like
any
where
humans on the planet.
Yeah.
Okay, so Oscar says, are you on, how should I put this, good terms with Abigail?
Abigail believes me to be inferior. Most recently, when we talked, my last communicate to her was approximately 563 years ago. You understand, I could never advance to her level.
At present or ever?
I do not understand the question.
You could not develop to match Abigail, or do not believe that it is it's currently within your capacity to match her.
Are you speaking of the instance called learning?
Yes, may you learn.
I have not been programmed with that capability.
I see. Thank you, Kami.
I think, well, everybody else should probably just breathe a sigh of relief. Well, I did.
Well, we don't know if she's been programmed to lie and learn.
Yeah, hold. What's his face learns? She doesn't say out loud, just to
Uh-huh.
everyone else.
He sure did say he did, yeah.
Yeah, we have conflicting evidence on that. Out of character, I think we're all quite aware that that's been contradicted several times. Okay, well, still out of character. We've killed these things before. Oscar is going to ask, Kami, how do I reactivate this? Will this help you restore order and assist us in leaving this place for now?
Yeah, I think that Kami replies with, yes. If the devices were activated, I could have more mobility around the station. This facility would be much more secure. There is I know not how to describe it. There is something blocking my access to the section of the facility you are in now. Perhaps if the devices were moved.
Commander, I think I found something that we need to discuss for a moment. Okay. Boomer typing once more on his data pad.
Is this huddle time?
Yeah, it's huddle time.
Alright, it's huddle time. Fantastic.
And then writing on his data pad. So we get Kami to help us escape. How are we going to explain when we come back to remove a section of its AI? Especially if we start enabling its security protocols.
We say the mandate has required us to move her.
Oscar types out, we say so with many more.
Okay. There would just be that hanging ellipses as Boomer starts clearing his data pad.
Shake, shake, shake. So, okay, I keep trying to ask, but like, does this thing need us to find another terminal? Is that what it's suggesting, or is it literally asking me to?
I think it's literally asking you to move the devices closer to it.
Oh. What is this door made out of?
Again, so the speakers here, right? You're hearing echoes from like this hallway into where you were.
I see.
But you clearly notice there are like speakers and stuff inside of this room, but Kami for whatever reason cannot access them.
Should we be ready to turn it on and roll initiative?
Perhaps.
Did you lose your torch?
I did. Where are you, little buddy?
You're blinking around too fast. There it is. It wasn't like completely on you, so it got caught on a corner.
Aha. Okay.
That was actually hilarious.
I re-inquire. What are these doors made out of?
They're the same like plasteel material. Like Gogo's rocket launcher probably wouldn't destroy it. But
what are the walls made out of?
I mean, someone has a TL5 toolkit. If they wanted to spend some time, they could basically cut through them. The walls are of the same material, even though they look stone. It's just the map.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, Boomer, you could ostensibly, like, fucking melt a wire through these things. But it would take some time to do that. Or you could perhaps figure out how to open them in some way. Whichever way you believe would be faster. But Kami would be of no assistance in either of those regards.
Is there an arbiter terminal here?
Yes, arbiter terminals are the things that are opening the doors for you.
Yeah.
But the arbiter has not been online at any of these doors. You guys have simply like walked up, spoken the password, and the doors have been opened and unlocked.
So we're in free move right now.
Yeah.
I think we should continue exploring and consider our options. Unless Boomer wants to try like working on that door, which is completely his prerogative.
Well, we have a location of her core, right? Why don't we just go there first and see what's up there?
Who just disconnected? Was that me?
You're still talking.
Well.
Hello?
Okay. Well, because I asked who just disconnected, and then I didn't hear anybody respond. So I was like,
Yeah, I let it hang just to mess with you.
oh, I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Devin. Okay, so let's say Boomer's considering his plan of action, and we're I think gonna mosey southward.
Yeah, there appears to be a very large set of double doors down here. And you see,
Oh my god. Will says his computer decided to update right now.
Yeah, no, it's actually Kami's behind it, believe it or not.
Yeah. Okay, so while we're waiting on that, I'm gonna,
I can move.
continue exploring.
Fortune, no! You're in the dark. Here, let me help.
Oh, wait, what? I'm in the dark. I can't see anything.
Now you're good.
Oh no. Yeah, so I open this door, unless it's already...
No, so the door totally opens, and the sight before you is perhaps a little more jarring than you expected. In fact, when this door opens, something that you guys have not felt for many days embraces you. And
Is it fresh air?
Large blast of wind from behind the environmentally sealed door washes in through the doorway, and it appears it's much more musty out here. There's no environmental controls in this part of the particular facility, and so I'm going to tell you, like, this appears to be a tunnel out, and you'll get to a point where it dead ends, but this continues on for some way. Like, it appears to be a large tunnel.
But there,
you can
as
see,
far as we
you
can
see
tell,
where parts of
there's
the
fresh air
facility
coming
have
in.
collapsed. Oh yeah, no, it's very obvious. You've been in basically in a vacuum for 4 or 5 days. It's immediately obvious that you guys are not inside of the facility any longer.
Okay.
Why
Interesting.
would this exit be by the jail cells? Question mark.
So, what you can see that isn't on the map here. So, like, this was clearly a hallway leading out of the facility. Like, there was this big double door, and then you can see a portion where there used to be, like, a short hallway, and then you can see probably the archway of one of those liquid doors as well that used to be here, but it's all collapsed and crumbled and destroyed, essentially, just in pieces lying around. And so, as you're walking to it, and once you pass that one portion, which is probably, like, this is where the liquid door is right here, like this little gap. When you get to that portion, you can see that beyond it, it enters into a more natural cavern, instead of like the crushing collapse weight of everything. So from here, it's not on the map, but you guys can choose to continue finding your way in these tunnels if you'd like.
Is it... I'm going to assume, and maybe it's a big assumption, that Kami cannot hear us out here.
Let's try. Hey, Kami.
You receive no response.
Okay. So, huddle time again. Oscar asks everyone, so do we... What do we do? Do
could
we
get lost
assist
in these
this,
tunnels
or...
forever.
That's a true story.
I don't know.
Well, it is clear that there is fresh air entering this cavern. Somewhere there is an exit. I have faith we can locate that. However, my concern is more the state that we leave this Kami in prior to departing. I think it would be unwise to assist it.
I'm somewhat agreed, but somewhat disagreed. I think helping it may help us some, and it's hard to know what the intentions of Kami will be.
The concern that I have is whether its intentions will change once it regains functionality.
That's one of my concerns.
These programs are notoriously whimsical. They are flighty. I do not trust them. It may decide that we are intruders. It may wait until we bring the full recovery crew simply to lock the facility down again. I think it would be best if we located an exit point and came back with a full crew.
Yeah, I think we should
greater plans for contingency and such.
Yeah, that would be smart.
God, Will, I wish you were here. Tech man. Okay, well, what is Margot's take on this? Like, does she just want to cut and run, or is she, when she says that we can get lost, is she worried that there may be a better exit, or that,
I, as player, think two things. That, yes, one, there might be a better exit, but two, as Margot does not want to stay in this place at all. So, I mean, I think that she would just take her best bet in the tunnels, but none of us are survivalists, clearly. So, like, navigation of tunnels is not exactly our forte, but then again...
Boomer has a toolkit. He can... No,
I mean,
I'm saying,
if
he
these
has...
are... Like, the other thing to consider is if these are indeed Abul tunnels, you have literally the probably smartest person in the system, or in the sector, when it comes to Abul.
That's true. I forgot about him.
And he's been here for a while, so
yeah.
he would know what to look for. So
Yeah. So
Yeah, no,
okay.
That's true. That's true.
Oscar looks to Hiapo and he says, "Do you think you can get us out of here?"
Yeah, I think like long sigh, and Hiapo's like, to be fair, brothers, it's better than being in that place, but I have much concern over that thing in there and the other thing downstairs. What if my men break through before we are able to warn them?
well, then we better be quick.
I am probably not the best at making the call here, but I think that I could perhaps lead us, if as long as it is things that I know about. You understand?
Sure.
Well, I mean, to that, Oscar says, "We have no guarantee that your crew is even coming for us.
Yet.
We cannot, we cannot anticipate what will happen. So the immediate
and
exit and attempt to communicate with them.
I think
from
he looks a little
outside.
hurt. I think he looks a little hurt at first when you say that. Like maybe even a little offended at the mention of like, well, we don't even know if your crew's coming, right? Because he's got a lot of faith and he trusts kind of everybody on site. And
no, that's fine.
So he probably says, I got no doubt that my team be on the way, but it is more a matter of can they get here in time, not if they are coming. But the other concern, of course, is they would have to get the, perhaps even have another crew use the machinery. We don't have big demolition equipment. We archaeologists. We use small things as to not disturb the natural landscape, you understand.
Right. So Oscar says, I did not mean to imply that we had been from it. However, we have no idea where we are. The facility itself shifted when we entered it. It is possible that your crew simply does not know where to find us, even if they had the desire to.
I think like he kind of like rubs his head a little bit. He says, "Tell me, what do you mean by shifted?"
I attempted to cross the door when we first entered. I could not. If we had been in the same physical location as when we entered, this should have been child's play. That I instinctively failed to do so indicates that we are not where we were.
Well, what if we are, but there was just a rock slide outside when the door is closed? That would change the landscape of where we were to where you couldn't return to it.
It is difficult to explain, but yeah, perhaps. And he kind of grumbles and like he doesn't have any more to offer on that other than saying like, well,
yeah. So I think that Hiapo probably at some point, and Boomer, are you back, by the way? Will. It's weird how it didn't disconnect him from Discord.
I think he's probably on his phone.
It's highly strange to me. Any hoozle. So Hyapo probably like says, well, if that's true, then the only option is we get out this way.
I suspect that this is the only way for us to make it out of this.
So I think Hyapo just nods, and you see him. He kind of like steels himself a little bit, and he says, "Well, let's hope it's all instilled in one piece when we get back, eh?"
Yeah, I think there is little for us to do in the meantime other than communicate with your crew, to make our way out and communicate what we know to your crew.
All right. Where are you back at?
But yeah,
Yes, my
maybe
computer just restarted.
cool. Okay, so
Maybe you
I
have
don't
some
want to.
additional insight into this.
Yeah, I don't want to be like unilaterally making these decisions. So just kind of.
Okay, so I mean, okay, yeah, we can just leave, right? This is like our option.
Well, maybe.
Well, no, to go through these caverns. That's what I mean. Sorry.
Okay.
Leave.
Yeah.
To go through these caverns and see where it takes us. But I mean, our other option is to just shut her down completely, right? I mean, at least this portion of her, we know exactly where her core is. She doesn't have access to her crazy minions, at least to the best of our knowledge. So why couldn't we just like carefully, quote unquote, unplug her? That will hopefully prevent anything else from progressing. And then we can leave. We know where the exit is now, right?
Well, I mean, she hasn't been able to make any headway in like 300 years, so I
But
would
it might prevent.
personally be concerned about her suddenly regaining control over anything.
No, but it would make extraction easier for the crew if they do end up showing up, no?
Actually, Matt, I think you've made your own counterpoint. She's had 300 years to work on this. It's true that we may think right now she hasn't made any headway, but the reality may be, I mean, just one more day could be all it takes for her to actually break the coating that's holding her.
Yeah, and also, Jordan could detonate a nuke in the tunnels while we're down here, but
I'm not going to put anything past George R.R. Jordan over there.
To be clear, I'm cool with whatever you guys suggest. I'm not going to argue against anything to counter to immediate departure or attempt at. So whatever you guys want to do, let's do it. Do we want to go poke back around or not so much?
Here's my big concern. We turn Kami off. Yes, that's, might be a great ease on our shoulders, but if we turn Kami off, is that also going to turn off all the power to all the doors we still need to get through?
I don't think doors are a problem anymore.
I also think that, well, I don't know, turning her off won't change the power to, like, Arbiter and stuff. I don't think that they're connected, ? But then again, obviously I don't know. Like, that's not cutting the power of the whole facility, at least not to my understanding, right? Here's the thing. If we leave and shit hits the fan, no matter how many people we come back with, we're never going to be able to complete our mission. Like...
Sure.
In all honesty, I kind of side with Gogo on this, or with Meg. I think we just unplug her and we'll deal with the security in true crew-like fashion.
But is this even the core that we were sent to get?
I mean, at this point, if we came back with this core, are they going to know the difference
Right,
between
yeah,
the core
like,
we were
do they even
sent
know what
to
it was that was there
obtain?
that they wanted? Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Maybe this one's more valuable and they didn't know it existed. Who knows?
I mean,
Because everything that Hyopo's been able to tell us is that all they know is that there's something valuable behind this door and they want it. Okay, well, this is the exact same thing that was behind that door. Here you go. At some
Like,
point, we'll
just
make
a
our way back
portion
and
of her.
destroy it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm on board with this. Let's go.
So you guys want to go back in, head back in, knowing that this is a potential way out. Yapo, like, he's like sealing himself up, and he was probably like looking at walls and stuff, and then you're like, all right, let's go back. And Yapo probably like turns around, and he's like, oh, okay. And he begins to head back, being back to useless Yapo.
Well, I mean, this choice isn't going to, like, take us 2 days to do. I mean, we're just stepping inside and kicking a switch.
We still need him to, lead us out of the tunnels. Just maybe
Is this a door immediately in front of?
No, again, it's just a collapsible passageway.
Sure.
This map is far bigger than what I allowed you guys to see, so I had to just simply cut off passageways. You're moving too fast,
so
Matt.
we need to go in the direction
You
of.
might die.
I would lead or follow.
I can teleport.
Towards the core, whoever that was. I don't know.
Yeah, so do you remember the direction that she told you? It told you. I don't know why. You guys keep calling it a she, so I keep calling it a she. So, do you remember the direction that it told you its core was?
I do. Northeast. And
I thought it was southwest.
Nope. You got two. You're confusing two different points of data. You asked two questions. You said, "Where are you being powered from?" And that was northeast.
Okay.
And then you asked, "Where is the closest collapse that we could move through?"
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there was a door that we passed up on the way in. So.
Yep. Totally.
But she also said she's being powered from a floor up.
Yes.
And perhaps the roof will be collapsed in that room.
Yeah, but
then
running to keep up with the light because all of the light is so far ahead. In fact, Boomer is not even here.
Boomer's not even doing things. Boomer's still
Is this
all off.
where the hell is the door?
Yapo calls to you.
I'm here, buddy.
Do you mean this door down here?
Yes. Thank you, Yapo.
Yeah, so you open up this door?
Yeah, that's not exactly northeast, though.
Yeah, wait.
It's not.
What? But I thought there was another one alongside up here.
That's what I thought, too.
Am I, going
Oh
crazy?
my gosh. It's almost like you guys are getting lost in the underground.
That
no,
or
I swear to God, the room that we came in, the very first room had a door to the left, and then the one we went through.
Yep. Jordan's messing with us. So.
What the fuck? I hate everything.
I open this precise door.
Okay, sure. I can open that door for you.
I open this one.
Okay.
Pay dirt. Okay. Yells back. Boomer, there are terminals in here.
Where did Boomer's glow bug go? I think I might have accidentally deleted his glow bug. Hold on. You had it in the warehouse. Okay. Control C. Boomer. Boomer. Okay.
I open this door.
Yeah, no problem. I can open that door for you.
Roll initiative, son of a bitch. Oh, look. Sleeping quarters.
And the body under the bed.
Indeed. How very astute and keen of you. Oop, somebody was a robot.
Yeah.
I investigate the body under the bed.
Okay. Yeah, so do you crouch down and look? The body is wearing what appears to be like the clothes or the outfit appears to be like sleeping attire of some sort. And it appears that the body is, it's, first of all, it's, I know it looks like it's face up, but it's only because I can't flip things face down. It's face down, and one of its hands is grasped on like the inside. You can see it just here, right here. Is grasped like on the leg of the bed, in its death, right? And it is obviously, tilted, like pulled out, and you can see that the vertebrae along its back, a couple of them are just completely shattered.
That sounds about right. Internally, Oscar is still very certain that reactivating these creatures is not a good idea.
Right? This reinforces that model.
Yep.
My idea is, what if Kami created these things to deal with the real life things? What if these weren't the things attacking people?
We have evidence to the contrary of that, though, because as far as we're aware, that's what killed Archibald.
Yeah, there was that video log.
One of them, one of the modified ones.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it didn't actually kill him in that scene.
Yeah, but it was, I mean, correct me, but it was heavily implied that was what?
No, that was like one of the, that was the last video log that was there, but you would know that was not the end of Archibald.
Because when we went down to his room, remember? Well,
yeah.
I was in his room. Maybe I didn't tell you that. But yeah, when we were down in his room, it seemed like he was down there for like the final attack, quote unquote, because his chair was moved back and he was like reading shit, and then all of a sudden, remember the dramatic end.
Distinctly, Go-Go, there was no body.
Right, he wasn't in there, obviously.
Yeah.
And there wasn't anybody in the other room either, so where did he go?
Correct. And I believe one of you heard something at some point. Was that Fortune? Or was that Boomer? I forget.
Watched a video and heard like background noise? That was Boomer.
Yeah, it was Boomer, that's right.
Yeah. And it sounded like...
Oh no, Boomer failed his mental effect save.
He doesn't.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. He probably hasn't mentioned that to anybody, but he is a character, so I'm putting it out there just for everybody's memory, would like have some weird suspicion about that. But yeah, no, these are exactly as they appear. They appear to be sleeping quarters. There is a computer console that I'm sure once Will wakes up or something, will interact with. But there's also these like security lockers over here.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, are those actual?
Yeah, so as you see it, like two of them are like open and empty, and then the other two are closed. But they've worn away so much you could probably just pull the door off of them now, just from deterioration of the metal.
I would like to inspect them.
Yeah. So you open up one of them. One of them is completely empty, but the other one has a bunch of like personal effects, like a bunch of personal, like there's some clothing that's folded up and will like disintegrate on the touch, basically. But there's like some like boots and all kinds of like there's like a holster, kind of like a utility belt kind of thing, that clearly has like a bunch of like pouches and stuff, but it's also kind of ragged and torn up at this point. But if you were a smart enough man to determine, it's probably like the personal effects of the dude inside the room, right? Like,
yeah.
That's a good assumption to make.
Yeah.
But nothing really of value in this particular one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, also, so I guess to go back to who was killing what, like we fought things because we were attacking, or we were not doing what Kami said, kind of. But those were all scrap monster things. Hold on.
Right.
Refreshing my brain.
This is
the things we fought. We hadn't spoken with Kami yet, and well, the Kami that's maybe controlling them yet.
Don't worry, this confusion is on purpose.
So I don't know what is the bad thing and what is the good thing right now. So
Well, ostensibly, it seems like those were the things that were trying to protect against the bad things. The things that we fought, I don't think were the bad things. Is what I think I agree with you on. I think they ended up being the bad things because they were patrolling for security reasons. And
Yeah,
we
that's-
happened to be the threat. But yeah, I agree with you. I don't think the
my
things that
idea.
were the bad things are what we've encountered.
but then also like I don't know, because Kami, freaking AIs, ridiculousness, confusion.
Well, my question is, Archibald's clearly shady, but then Janine's the one who made Kami, so like,
Correct.
who's the bad guy?
And then Kami made the things.
Correct.
I don't think-
so. We think it, or in some indirect manner, possibly.
Well,
Clearly, it's
because
another
Kami,
Janine making, obviously.
Well, because Kami said that's one of my creations.
Right, but still, like, she's been trying to do all kinds of stuff for the past 500 years or whatever. So I'm sure it's some weird offshoot of what her original function was. But
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. It's like, well, who's the bad guy, and do I just blow the whole place up and pull what I need, or try
I
to
know, but can I
help
pretend
something?
I'm Will and interact with the stupid
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
computer?
Could you?
Please, Jesus Christ.
I was waiting for that to happen.
I mean, can somebody just?
yeah. So while
Obviously, he tries to hack it. Can somebody?
while that whole conversation is going on, this computer appears to have power still, and it boots up and has some functionality, and who do you have him booted up as? You have two different distinct identifications.
Not Dr.
here.
Archibald,
the
Commander.
Previous commander. Sure.
you can call him captain, but that's not true.
Yeah.
Commander.
Commander DiMaggio. Did I ever give Janine a last name? I don't think I did.
Garofalo.
No, I just wrote down Janine, but that doesn't mean you didn't give her one. It just means I didn't. Wait, I do have a
Let's say
Vander
Harper.
something.
Oh
written
yeah, no,
down.
it's right. It was totally Vandersar was her last name.
Was that hers? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wrote that
Vandesar
down.
was totally her last name. Yep, that's it. Vandesar. Cool.
And we still don't know Archibald's first name.
Right, because he just goes
Just
by
Doctor.
He just goes by Doctor
It's-
or
it's
Doctor.
Doctor. We established that.
I know.
Yeah, it's D.O.
Yeah. No, Doctor's his first name,
D-O-K-T-A-R.
and Archibald
Yeah.
is his
Yeah, I
last name.
forgot it's canon.
Um,
So we boot up the computer.
yeah, so Boomer boots up the computer. Haha. And it says, "Welcome, Commander DiMaggio." And this is all typing across the screen, so I'm saying it just to paraphrase. But it says, "Welcome, Commander DiMaggio. What system would you like to access?" And it gives you three options. One is personnel files.
Yes, we'll start.
One is let me give you. One is personnel files. One is brig occupants. And the other one is what does the other one say? The other one probably says system functions, and then in like brackets next to it, it says locked.
It says
So you go to personnel files. I'm assuming.
Wait, no. What does it say?
yeah. You cut out.
No,
It
sorry.
says-
It says system functions, and then next to it it says locked, like in
Oh,
brackets.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we missed the lock
We
part.
thought you
Oh,
were
yeah,
being
sorry.
In brackets,
dramatic.
No,
brackets it says.
Yeah, no problem.
It says what? It says what?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like, if you could see all of us, like, inching forward in our chairs, like, getting closer to the screen, like, it says...
The
Fantastic.
anticipation is killing me.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. We'll start at the top.
Personnel files. Okay,
Or go
so
way down.
you go to personnel files, and it gives you a duty roster. And it goes through like all of the different people that were here. It just like scrolls through a list. And next to their names, like it's like a selection list. Next to their names, it says has not reported in blah, has not reported in blah, has not reported in blah, has not reported in blah. Like all of them. And you get to the last three, and the last three says on duty. 3 of them.
And their names are...
Well, they just have like ranks and
their
last
numbers
name.
are, or whatever.
Their ranks are, there's Corporal Barbosa. There is Sergeant Fieri. And there is Private...
Sergeant Fieri of Flavortown.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Private Germain.
Is it G Fieri?
Yeah, it's G Fieri.
Perfect.
Yeah, Corporal Barbosa, Sergeant Fieri, and Private Germain are the 3 individuals, and it says on duty next to their names.
Does it say how long they've been on duty for?
500 years they've been on duty.
I mean, yeah, ostensibly you could assume they've been on duty for the same amount of time as those people have not reported in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and we don't recognize any of the other names?
You've probably seen them around, like maybe in some of the medical documentation in Archibald's office, like his office.
Yep.
You've probably, at this point, you've probably picked up a couple dog tags or something, like a mandate dog tags on some of the dead bodies and viscera that's been scattered about, with a couple of the names on it. This is clearly like an extensive roster of the whole crew, and I think that distinctly Boomer would notice that this technology is not fighting him like the rest of technology in the lower portions are. Like, the technology in the lower portions was, like, corrupted, save files have been deleted, like, he had to backdoor a few things. This comes right up. Boots up no problem, has full functionality based on who you say you are.
What was the next option down?
Was brig occupants.
Would you like to open it up?
Yeah,
Wait,
so-
Will, are you back? Hello?
Wait, hello? So you pull up brig occupants, and it says, it has a list of specimens and then numbers. You can see they're on specimen 032, 033, 034, 035, 036, 037. So there's, what was that, 2 through 7, so there's 5 total, or technically 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 6 total, that's what I meant to do.
Yeah.
I did math correctly. Yeah, so there's 6 total, like, active occupants that it shows, and it probably shows a list of, like, inactive occupants as well. And they are species, obviously, 1 through 31. Or specimen 1 through 31.
Is there any information if like we click on one of them or something like that?
Yeah, so if you click on one of the ones that's not currently active, it gives you a full description of what they were called, like their species, because remember there's like 3 different distinct species. And a couple of them are the Skincus, which are the smaller ones, and a couple of them are the Sauruses, which are the larger ones. And then at the end of the report, like, they all say deceased, 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 deceased. And there's probably notes by Dr. Archibald.
Okay.
May I make a suggestion? Perhaps we should take like 5 or 10 since
I
it's
thought you meant
6,
in game. I was like waiting for like.
No. Like maybe now would be a good time to take a break and maybe
Seems
let
good.
Will figure out what's up with his computer.
Seems good.
Okay. Just an idea.
Yeah, no, that seems like a good idea. Let's take a 10-minute break. We'll be back at 7:15 Eastern Standard.
Sounds
right.
good.
I did what I could, Will. Good luck.
Adios.
All right. I'm going to meet you guys. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Hope to see you in a few minutes.